Hello my friends and welcome to our blind let's play Ace Attorney Investigation 2 Miles Edgeworth, the Prosecutor's Path. My name is FlightlessBird, this is Story Investigation channel, and today we continue case number 3, the Inherited Turnabout, with some good news because our friends Gumshoe and Kay are back. Yes! Alright, I'm so excited for this. We also have Larry hanging about. Ah, come on, man. You gotta give me some credit here, Flightless. Okay. I know Green River loves your character, and you're starting to grow on me, Larry. Or at least you were at the end of the last series. So if you could just do me a favor and grow a little more on me, I think that would be great. Yeah, we'll see what happens today, my friends. Let's do this. Hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. Mr. Gumshoe, it's good to see you again. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay? Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Shields. I came here as best I could when I heard that you were done in by the poison gas. Done in? Whoa. We were not done in by the poison gas. It's good to know she cares. My sweet honey Kay. How about a hug after being party for so long? No. Jeez, so you're perfectly fine? I can't believe you made us worry so much. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of bringing Kay here? Aw, come on. You know you're happy. I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran, I couldn't gain any ground. When it comes to running away, no one is faster than Yatakuratsu. Well, you've obviously never seen me play Silent Hill. I can run pretty fast. But you weren't running away from here. Oh my god, look at that gas mask. You know, personally, for me, whenever I see a gas mask, my mind instantly goes to that Doctor Who episode with the kid in the gas mask. Man, that is such a great story, man. And like I said, I just can't see someone wearing a gas mask the same way after watching that episode or that double episode. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Since there might still be traces of gas in the room, I'll have to ask everyone to wait here. Very well. I'm counting on you. Good luck in there, Flatfoot. Wow, Gummy's so cool. He's just like an actual detective. But that's what he is. Yes, Edgeworth here. Miss Edgeworth! It looks like the poison gas is dissipated. There we go, dissipated. Okay, I got it, okay. FlightlessBird can read. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like the poison gas has dissipated, sir. It's our stepladder friend. Detective, calmly explain the state of the Autumn Palace. Well, it looks like there's some glass work on the top left there. Yes, sir. Well, I'll start with the exhibits. On the left, there's a statue with 2 people. And on the right, there's a statue of an animal with 2 horns. Don't mention anything about the glass? A statue or 2 people and a statue of an animal with horns. Wasn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a little while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. I also prevent the gas from harming anyone else. the sprinkler system. Was there a fire in the room? There are no signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. Wow, it's like you read my mind. That's kind of spooky. Sprinklers in this museum are they're the kind that detects both smoke and fire. If it detects smoke, it will send an alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone in the security room at that time? The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. She has been in the reception booth, opposite security room, ever since the museum opened. Okay, so my theory is that Catherine Hall did it. And is it possible, by some miracle, that I actually go 2 in a row on nailing the murderer? Now, the problem was, in the last case, I knew who did it, but I guess the reason wrong. Like the alibi and the motive, I was very, 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 very wrong. So now I had to say what the motive is if Catherine Hall did it. Because in order for me to say that I actually solved a case, I need to be able to say what the motive is, not just who did it. So, with that said, is it possible for me to figure that out? Well, I mean, if I had to guess, it's the motive was a very simplistic one, which is something I'm afraid to do because it sounds too easy. And that is just plainly, by Catherine Hall getting rid of Master, she inherits everything that he had, which includes the museum and all his money and all his fame and his television show. And so the motive is just quite simply to set up Master to take over, to take everything over. It's a hostile takeover. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, it's basically a takeover. I don't know why she needs to kill what was that guy's name? Shoot, Dover, was it? I don't know why she would need to kill that guy in particular. I think she just needs to kill anyone and blame Master for it. Again, I don't think that's a very good logic, but it's what I'm working with at the moment. Dane Gustavia, a pastry chef, breathed in poison gas and collapsed in front of the Autumn Palace. Larry Deunim, aka Larry Butz, my friend since grade school, claims to be an artiste. Catherine Hall, curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, likes to sing and dance, was Jeff's assistant. Yeah, she was Jeff's assistant. She was 16 when this happened. You know, the perfect timing for her to step up into the spotlight. Delicious scones. Age? Who the heck knows? Don't ask a woman her age. A pharmacist from England. Loves desserts. Even though she's a complete fraud when it comes to cooking, she is a pharmacist. I think that's important to know, especially when we have things like poison gas. Dick Gumshoe, homicide detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Kay Faraday, self-reported great thief, searches for the truth as the second Yatagarasu. And of course, Raymond Shields, head of the Edgeworth law officers, worked under my father and IS-7 incident. I almost said DL6 incident. No, that's the next case. Anyway. She has been in the reception booth, opposite the security room ever since the museum opened. Did Miss Hall turn on the sprinklers? The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have sprayed water all over the exhibits. Since the system is manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits moved if need be. I guess it would be more priority over the exhibits than they're building only at a museum. Brr! But it's way too cold in this room, sir! Isn't this supposed to be the Autumn Palace? Feels more like the dead of winter in here. The Autumn Palace is cold. I checked the thermostat earlier. It was set to 27 degrees Fahrenheit. I couldn't believe it. Why would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature as the Winter Palace? Well, that's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure out anything else, I'll give you another call. I see. I'm counting on you, detective. Now the question is, why would anyone use poison gas today? Like, what is the game plan here? Because I can understand 18 years ago when you want to kill someone. But what's the point now? April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery, Fountain Patio. What did Gummy say? He said it feels more like winter in the Autumn Palace. Huh? I don't get it. I have been able to enter the room personally, but it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating. I'd like to know what it's like in there myself. Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident? Well, there is someone. Miles' friend, right? Friend? Though he's such a nuisance, we had no choice but to listen to what he has to say. For now. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Larry. Clarice? Wait, you mean? Oh, you're here too, Kay. You're looking as cute as ever. Long time no see. It's Larry, isn't it? Kay. You know, right now, my name is Luis. I'm an artiste. You know, that's why. So that's your pen name. Luis, the artist, formerly known as Larry. Wow, you really are a good girl, Kay. Well, nothing like edgy here. All the dots. Larry, I have many things I need to ask you. What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again. You're gonna say because I was first on the scene, I must be the culprit, aren't you? I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should have ever have to see. Did you not? But now I'm saying I didn't see anything. Nothing. I didn't do nothing, man. Come on, bro. Probably. Oh my. You didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. They're saying when something smells, it's usually the Butz. Still holds true 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. It seems he's done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. I'll just have to try and extract the truth from him. Oh god, please don't tell me we're gonna go into here. Oh yes, oh god. Interrogation mode. Oh my god, logic chess with Larry, oh boy. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However... I didn't see none, man! Ooh, that's a lot of defenses. Larry is an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. That isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Yeah, we'll see about that. It is Larry after all. You want to get confusing? Ask Larry. What was your purpose for coming to this art gallery? What? Are you saying I don't belong in an art gallery? Wait and see. Oh, the dots. Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I do of you. Ha! Wait and see. I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. They're works of art, after all. I don't think any of your works would qualify as art. Don't look down on me. Now people will recognize my skills as an artiste. I'll wait and see. Mandy is my girlfriend, but it's really my paintings she fell in love with. Well, that's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes. Well, then why are you here on your own today? So what? Can't a guy with a girlfriend sit some time alone? Still think he's panicking. Mandy says she's a Gemini. I thought, well, you know, she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on my next date. Do you really have that much confidence in the sketch? Well, you know, I'm not so confident about this one. But I thought you'd be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign. Press. Came to see Gemini sculpture. I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you? Bam! Yeah! What? And how did you find out? Because you just unknowingly told me everything. Well, then, I'm not saying another word from here on out now. Yeah. He's finally decided to remain silent. Well, in that case, I'll be more relentless in my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. I'll expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. You, just what did you do in this art gallery? What's with that glare, man? I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just loitered around the fountain patio. You forgot to get a pamphlet? Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee? Bam! Huh? Oh, is that right? So, the admission wasn't free, huh? You didn't pay? Don't tell me you sneaked in here without paying. I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do anything bad! It's just, there was no one at the reception booth! Well, that's why! I thought you could come in here for free! Miss Hall wasn't there? Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth? Well, yeah. Man, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk. Come to think of it, Gumshoe did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Ah, poor Katie. I mean, she went through all that trouble to open up the place. And now, the art gallery's star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined. You know about the Winter Palace? You're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? Bam! We're doing good today, my friends. Let's keep this up. What? How'd you find me out again? Well, that's right. My goal was to see the Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, Winter Palace was the very reason why I came here. He confessed quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Ain't that the truth? Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. He may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions and extract the information I need. Start with the top. Did you enter the Winter Palace? Larry, did you also enter the Winter Palace? Oh, what's with the look of distress, man? Sure, I tried going in, but... You couldn't get in? You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right? Well, yeah. Well, that's a bit right. I want to go in, but... Well, then that old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out, man. So, you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed. Well, yeah. I mean, he fell right out of the Winter Palace. I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace. Well, if it weren't for that poison gas incident, I'd be in there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now. Larry must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. Well, that aside, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. Heh, this should be a useful clue. What did you see in the Winter Palace? Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? Ah, you're still hung up on that? Didn't I say I didn't see nothing? Well, I started to think that it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I needed to leave soon to, meet my girlfriend. Perhaps I should try using that clue. What about your sketch? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right? Well, I may have gotten a teeny itsy bit of glimpse, but well, there's no evidence, I saw something scary in there, right? You saw something scary? My. I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Something scary. Very, very interesting. Like, what could he see that was, something scary? Bam! Kenji! You! Can you read my mind? Well, in that case, well, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you. I would hope not. You just told me everything of your own accord. Well, that was a complete waste of time. But finally, it's checkmate. I don't know if I'm getting better at these logic chesses or if Larry is just really that easy to read. Either way, that was really well done. I had my eyes fixed on the Gemini sculpture. You've mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one. What? Was it a Maj then? Larry mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. The piece of evidence shows what Larry really saw. Well, I mean, it's either this one or it's this one. But it just says he's sure he saw the Winter Palace. This is Winter Palace. I mean, it's either one of the two. 50-50 shot. This piece of evidence shows what you really saw. You really shouldn't put that much faith in your sense of aesthetics. Hey, if you like, I could teach you a thing or two about art. It's fine. So it's not this piece of evidence. Larry mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. What he saw was not the Gemini sculpture from the Winter Palace. We must have evidence that proves that. Okay, so the pamphlet. Take a look at this pamphlet. I mean, it was either one of the two, and I kind of like that I got that wrong because it allowed me to see the dialogue, and I wouldn't have saw that dialogue if I didn't get it wrong. So, I'll turn a lemonade to a lemonade. Take a look at this pamphlet. In the Autumn Palace, the Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures are displayed. Oh! Okay. So if he says it was in the Winter Palace... Huh? What? Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one. I knew it. I expected him to be a bit more shocked at the news. Well, I thought it was kind of strange. I know I saw a single goddess. And that transformation was no mirage. Transformation, you say? What? Oh, you're curious too, Edgy? Well, nothing for it. Guess I'll have to show you. Show me? What exactly? Well, I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then. But I really can't believe what I drew. Picture? What picture? Well, this one, right here. It looks like it's bleeding. But then there's this like weird pink substance on the bottom left. I mean, that pink would probably be cream of some kind. But still, I don't understand why it would be bleeding. Huh. By the way, I know this looks weird. I don't know if my mouse is gonna show up on the screen here, but right here, that right there looks like a penguin wearing glasses. I'm sorry, I just saw that and I was like, oh, well that's the coolest picture ever. Oh boy, I did not get enough sleep last night, that is for sure. Oh boy. Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood? Larice, this picture is scary. Kay, it scared me too. But this Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes. Well, I couldn't help but scream. So the victim collapsed? Oh, so the victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you say transformed? Well, I don't really understand it myself. The lower half of its body would just turn into a fish. A fish goddess. Well, that would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? In mythology, Pisces represents a fish that the goddess of the sun transformed into. Really? So Pisces is just a couple of ordinary fish? Edgy, you don't think that sculpture's cursed, do you? I mean, those tears of blood turned the Gemini sculpture into a fish. Preposterous. You simply mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one. Pisces sketch data jotted down in my organizer. Larry drew a sketch of the Pisces sculpture just as he saw it. Oh, you put this sketch in your organizer? Even a sketch like this one can be used as scrap paper after all. Oh, come on, be nice. How could you? Exactly, be nice. You know, but it's strange. Why did the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray Ray is a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace. Indeed. I wonder if someone tampered with the Pisces sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth here. Miss Edgeworth! We finished searching the room, sir. The poison gas isn't a threat anymore, so you can enter the crime scene. Right, good work, detective. It seems we can enter the Autumn Palace now. So it's time, Mr. Detective. Oh, let's go right now. I want to see the Pisces sculpture. Well, the Kay is going. I'm going too. I was planning on bringing him along anyway. Right, then. Well, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. Anyone have any idea what's going on yet? Because I know I do not. So, this is the Autumn Palace. It certainly does resemble the Winter Palace. Well, I've been waiting, sir. Huh? Aren't you that, hairy Butz guy? Oh, that's great. Well, that's wrong. I'm Levis de Onim. Never mind that, detective. Your report, if you please. Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident. Was it used to heat something? Used gas burner. Data jotted down in my organizer. There are traces that was used before the police arrived. Was it used to heat something? Was that ladder always there on the ground? It was probably used by the person who set out the poison gas. Poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid of the glass case, sir. The Pisces sculpture. Huh? Seems like you know about it, sir. Well then, you know what the sculpture next to it is? Since we're in the Autumn Palace, it would probably be the Capricorn sculpture. Well, I was expecting Miss Edgeworth. I thought it was Taurus myself. I was thrown off as it was covered by this weird cloth. The flaccid cloth. I wonder what it's doing here. Well, that looks familiar. Evidence from the IS-7 incident. Flaccid cloth data down in my organizer. Rainbow light device ejects light into the flaccid cloth. Touch the check button for detail. No matter what it is or how it got here. Sculptures in this room are all covered with this flaccid cloth. You're right, I didn't even notice that before. I just thought they were blue. And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more. Well, let's take a look. I'll just get this cloth off. You know, so far this episode, I've only had one stutter in the video. And that was for like 1.5 seconds, so I'm probably gonna leave it in. Normally, it's been consistent where when it starts for 5 seconds, like all the time. So hopefully, cross the fingers, you know, it doesn't happen. Wow, they're beautiful. Because I have to go back and edit about, 7 times in each video to cut that pause off. You don't think the transformation Larry saw was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of Pisces fell. See, Edgy? It wasn't a minor mistake after all. No, but it wasn't a transformation either. Hey, Miles. Sure is something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Perhaps the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like Gemini. Oh! Okay, that's why he said that, about, it transforming. Because he thought it literally became one statue from the other, and when in fact, it just looked like another statue. Capricorn is half fish too. It hides the lower half and it resembles Taurus. And the remaining two, which couldn't be altered with trickery, were covered up. The Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace. So it seems, Mr. Shields. It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Uh-oh. Can't be Von Karma, he's dead. Oh, God. Maybe Von Karma wouldn't be a bad idea. Mr. Debeste and Judge Courtney. Hey, you guys again. This is the problem. You see, this is my crime scene. Mr. Edgeworth, It seems my power is insufficient. If you're here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the goddess of law, I must pass judgment. Ah, you got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate. Really? Well, then Flatfoot all had to do that. That? What do you mean by that? Yeah, that. Right. Cut your salary. Looking forward to your next payday. I've always wanted to say that. Ha 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 ha. I feel like a real prosecutor now. You're the last person I want cutting my salary, pal. Hold it, Debeste. I am only cooperating with the police as a witness to this incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame. Yeah, you tell him. Stick up for your friend, Edgeworth. So that's how it is. Well then, should I be raising his salary? No, that's not what I meant either. Aww. But you know, it would be really nice to get my salary raised, pals. I mean, sirs. Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian. But past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth and all in his company, depart at once from this holy site. But we only just got here. The one given the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian. In other words, Mr. Debeste is the prosecutor in charge of this case. Well, that's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I've already got my eyes on the culprit. What? Who, pal? Well, naturally, it's that artist. Me? Hey, what's going on, Edgy? I can't be blamed again, can I? I mean, isn't there like a limit on how many times I can get blamed in a series? Don't ask me. I can't understand his reasoning. Tisk, tisk, tisk. If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it simply shows how inculpable you are. It seems he doesn't know what inculpable even means. I was wondering that. Well, that's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable. Yes, he's incapable. She just nonchalantly corrected him. Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas. And what was the cause? Some normal substance, maybe. What was its name again? Hold on a second. I'll call the doctor to make sure. He's like the worst prosecutor ever. Which maybe is a good thing for us. But it does make a lot of unnecessary roadblocks. If he was a better prosecutor, you wouldn't just be blaming people willy-nilly like Edgeworth did in the first trilogy. Wow! Okay then, I guess that's just a prosecutor thing. Just blame people and go with it. Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him. In that case, why didn't you tell us before you called? The poison gas was caused by the mixing of two different types of chemicals. Their names are normalium and fatalium. Wow. So normal and fatal. Really? The names of poison gas is either it's normal or fatal. That's like what historians do when they name things. I love studying history, okay? But like when you want to call certain things, you just wonder why no creativity actually went into naming it. Like for instance, in Mohenjo-daro in the Indus River Valley, there was a public bath. And what do historians decide to call this public bath? They call it the epic bath in Mohenjo-daro. That's right, it's just the epic bath. I like how they use the word epic though. That always makes me smile. It's the epic bath of Mohenjo-daro. It just makes me smile because I'm like, I understand that because that's probably what I would have named it too because it makes sense. And here we have Normalium and Fatalium. Yeah, you know, normally when we get to sciencey things, you get like weird stuff. Like if you ever look at like what tin is in the periodic table, it's SN. And the reason it's SN is because it uses the Latin version of the word tin. But then there's other words like hydrogen that uses the English version. So it's just H. So when you read the periodic table of elements, there's these weird elements where you're like, where did they get this from? And it's because they use Latin for some weird reason. I have no idea why, but it just makes me smile and laugh. And you know what? It's good to smile and laugh at, you know, what we do in the world sometimes. It's what keeps us human, right? So, what are those chemicals exactly? I had my first stuttering in the video. I was about to say, I know I just probably like insulted some science person or history person in the video. I'm sorry about that. I'm not insulting. I'm just saying I love it. I think it's fun. I think it shows how human we are. And that's great, you know? Not everything needs a creative name. Sometimes the non-creative names just make me smile. Normalium is a red liquid that's commonly used in everyday products. It can be found in paint and detergent, among other things, but it is not toxic by itself. So you're saying that this substance readily available to anyone. I wonder if Fatalium is not fatal on its own either. But when you mix Normalium with Fatalium, then you get something that's dangerous. Yes, but Fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain. So how would the artist get it? Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as Megatoxin X. You see? You see? Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Megatoxin X. Of course, you just throw a random X in there to make it sound scary. Woo! I love that so much. It just makes me smile. By the way, I have this like awesome community who watches these videos and are really good at lore. What is the Japanese word for Normalium and Fatalium? Like, what did it get translated from? And is that an actual accurate translation, or did they just localize the words into something that makes sense for, you know, the language patch? Fatalium itself also has a deep white color, but it's not really sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. Alright, which again makes me say, how in the world would a guy like Larry get something like this? Right now, we are looking into how this chemical was obtained, and yet you're so quick to judge him. Poison gas. The white Fatalium mixed with the red Normalium caused a chemical reaction. Oh, that's that pink substance that was on the ground. Okay. So yeah, you do need to mix them, I guess. Okay, I finally found out the names of those chemicals. Yeah, Normalium and Fatalium, right? Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again, especially from you. Fine then. I'll cut to the chase. You know that Normalium from the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visited the art gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist. Okay. But again, how would he get Fatalium? I mean, that's such a stretch. Oh, he's a painter. He has paint. So he must have been the one who used the Normalium. Okay, but fine, I'll give you that. But that doesn't explain the Fatalium, the best. I mean, come on, dude. Ah, you're treating me as COVID just because of that? Exactly. I'm actually on Larry's side here. I completely agree. I object to the red paint on the palette you're carrying. Hey, Edgy. Don't you think this prosecutor is kind of an idiot? Oh my God. Oh, Larry, you just killed me with that one. Oh. Okay, I'm not calling Larry an idiot. But there are many times in the series where he's acted not very smart. Okay, let me just say that. So for him to call him an idiot is just, oh, that was, mwah, chef's kiss. That was beautiful. Indeed. Although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd. Hey, don't ignore me. It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear at night. Show us reasoning that shines the best. The first star shines best, not bad. Hey, you guys, you better listen up too. Are we dueling? Yes, we're dueling. Let's do it. It's time to duel. It's funny because I'm literally watching that right now. While I've been sick, I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I wanted to watch Yu Yu Hakusho, but I checked like all the streaming services and no one has the entire series of Yu Yu Hakusho. The best I could find was on one of them. They have like they have up to the end of the. I don't even know if it's the end of the Dark Tournament, but it goes into the Dark Tournament, and because I couldn't find any series of it anywhere, I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually own the entire series of Yu Yu Hakusho on DVD because I bought it a long time ago because I love the show. And I bought it from a Chinese store, not knowing it's from a Chinese store. And everything in this, the subtitles are like completely wrong. Like whoever translated it doesn't know English. Because they call Kurama Kurabe and Kurabe Kurama like the entire time. It's like they confuse names, they confuse powers. It's just a train wreck. Like if you want to watch a really bad translated, you know those bad translated like things you see on YouTube? That's what it basically is like. But yeah, so I can't find an actual place to watch Yu Yu Hakusho again. It makes me sad. That's like my favorite anime. I may have to go and like just buy the entire series when I can get some money, but it's probably like $100, so can't do that anytime soon. The artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by Normalium, a chemical found in paint bright. As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness, that pretty much proves he's the culprit. Sounds like a deranged game of Among Us. Although I've never played Among Us, I've seen it, so I guess I can use that reference. So, what do you think, Justine? We cannot ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off? Well, the only thing I'll leave behind is my bond to live with you. Did he just hit on her? Dude, what happened to Mandy? Yeah, it's like Space Quest 6, where Roger Wilco just pushes his girl Beatrice right out of his mind as another girl, Stellar, comes onto the scene. Larry, dude, man! Come on, stay faithful to your girl. Please watch what you say. My gavel is already prepared to declare you guilty.
Objection!
Yeah, you got him, Edgeworth. Please pay no heed to this man's statements. Ah, that voice. Is that the first time we've heard? No, it's not, but man, it's really good. Hey, you guys. Ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Edgeworth, if you've already admitted defeat, you should take your leave. Even though I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning, I'll do it anyway. The artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. Indeed, at first glance his mien seems suspicious, however... At first glance, what's with the first all of a sudden? Are you trying to steal my spot as the star that shines the best? Huh? Would that make me the best artist? Larry, don't make this any more confusing than it already is. Mr. Debeste, continue your reasoning now. The poison gas was caused by Normalium, chemical found in paint, right? Yes, apparently Normalium is used in many everyday products. Right, so the red paint is definitely suspicious. But it's also used in things other than paint, right? I guess you have a point. What do you think, Justine? Well, that's right. Normalium is also used in detergent, for example. In other words, it might not have been paint that caused the gas. But that's not true. Let me finish my reasoning. As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. Even if paint is a cause of the poison gas, that does not mean he is guilty. Ha ha. Well then, if the paint is not the cause, that doesn't mean he's innocent either. Doesn't mean he's guilty though. I mean, it's a big jump from saying someone is guilty versus someone is suspicious. And I don't think this kid ever learned the difference between something called gray. For him, it's either black or white. You know, you can be in the middle too, where you're not necessarily guilty, but you're not necessarily innocent. And there are questions that surround you, but it doesn't mean that you did it. Now he's just trying to sound clever. Mimicking what Mr. Edgeworth says won't make it look cool at all. Kay, please don't make my statement look bad. Now then, it's about time to wrap up my shining logic. The paint, along with being the first witness, that pretty much proves he's the culprit. Do you truly claim that Larry is the culprit based on just that? You got a problem with that? If you have a problem, then present evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like he really wants you to do that. Indeed, then I will do as he wishes and present evidence. It seems he doesn't pay much attention to what other people are saying. There is a clear contradiction in Mr. Debeste's logic. Why'd he even bother making the phone call? I'll finish this quickly. This is a waste of time. Alright, what is the contradiction here? Caused by Normalium. As was carrying near the paint near the victim, he would have had the best chance. Paint along with being the first witness. I need to look at my evidence here. So, IS-7 incident. Nothing important here, at least not right now. The Art Gallery pamphlet. You see that at the entrance of the Zodiac Art Gallery. Okay. Don't know how that helps. I now go to show desserts. I don't know how that helps. Larry did a sketch of the priceless sculpture just as he saw it. Oh! He drew this picture just as he saw it. He saw the paint already on the ground. So maybe that's it. I don't think it was. Mr. Debeste, there is a contradiction in your statement. Is that true, Justine? It is not, Sebastian. It is Prosecutor Edgeworth's statement that is contradictory. Of course, there is no way there could be a contradiction in my argument. Isn't it full of contradictions? My real problem is her rather than Mr. Debeste. Yeah, that's the truth. As I was carrying near the paint near the victim. Poison gas was caused by an anomaly. Artist was the first to discover the victim. Poison gas was caused by an anomaly. The white fatalium mixed with the red amalgam causes a chemical reaction. So poison gas wasn't caused by an amalgam. Poison gas was caused by fatalium and amalgam mixing together. There we go. All right. Good. I actually understood that too. Mr. Debeste, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star. Ooh. It shines the best like a shooting star, right? It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture. Exactly. So that's where the artist set off the gas, right? He used an amalgam in his red paint. As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. The poison gas was caused by mixing both amalgam and fatalium together. The amalgam contained in the red paint is not enough by itself. Exactly. Okay, that makes sense why he was so quickly to blame Larry then. He was so quickly to blame Larry because he just assumed that all you needed was the red paint. Okay, I understand that now. I'll give him a little bit of pass on that one. He just didn't understand how the paint worked. Really? But I thought I heard that amalgam caused a fatality. Don't tell me you just misheard the forensic report. Darn it. By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with the poison gas. It is time for you to realize how incapable, not inculpable, incapable you really are. Hey, what do you mean by incapable? You tried to use that word earlier, and you still don't know what it means? That reminds me of Princess Bride. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. He means to say you are lacking in ability. Incidentally, inculpable has a completely different meaning. I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you? I am merely saying you are incapable in your investigation. Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement. Alright, my friends, well, I think before we get into it with Courtney here, this is a good time to wrap things up. I do want to say thank you so much. You guys are the best. Number one YouTube community in all YouTube. And I want to give a warm and thankful welcome to Tapris, who is our newest Patreon supporter. Thank you so much for supporting me in this way. I don't have words other than all the dots. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. If you'd like to join our list of growing Patreons, the link is in the description below. Hey, I actually said that right this time. Fantastic. But until next time, my dear friends, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastically awesome, amazing day. So long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.